Fucking Lil One, Payback, my man Suspect, and Spitting Cobra. I remember those joints. You feel me? Hey man, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the people, man.
First and foremost, thank you for those kind words, Feezy, and having me on the show. I didn't know it's actually a 12 o'clock show. I thought this shit was like way earlier. It's past my bedtime. I should have been asleep 15 minutes ago.
Hey man, we don't sleep.
We're here now, we're here.
That's it.
So yeah, like you said, bro, it's Little One, formerly known as, back in the day, used to drop them bars, had some tracks, collabed with some of the people that you might know from the city.
Oh yeah.
And now we got the podcast, Hustle Podcast in the building. We're building something for the city, a nice platform for up-and-coming artists, established artists, entrepreneurs, athletes, any creator out there that's doing something motivating, something that you can call a hustle. We'd like to have you on the show so we can speak about it and expose you to the world, you know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Now, how hard was it for you to basically put the whole music career aside and focus on the Hustle Podcast platform?
Crazy journey, music, it was something I was doing for fun back in the day. Then you start getting serious into the music. You start putting a lot of money into recording, a lot of money into this, that.
Videos.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Before you know it, bro, you're looking back at the investment. Well, if you can call it an investment, and you're like, do I want to keep pursuing this? I still write, I still record time to time, but I don't know if I'll ever release it. You know what I mean? It's really just for fun at this point.
But back then, was it for fun?
Yeah, it was like, okay, like we just dropped one song and it was something about PX. There was nobody in PX at the time, and we got a buzz. So that's what motivated us to keep going, you know what I mean? We got our first opening with D12. We started opening up for bigger artists.
Bro, I would have taken my shit serious by the time.
Exactly. No, you know what I mean? It was super fun, you know? Yeah. And then after you start noticing the dog-eat-dogness of being in the rap world, you know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
You have certain people part of your clique. You have other people like watching, you know, the viewers. There's always somebody saying something negative about it, and it gets a little too much, or maybe somebody's talking behind your back, and I just didn't like that aspect of hip-hop. You know what I mean? I thought it was all.
You didn't like the competitive aspect, you would say?
I'm real. Yeah, I'm real. I'm like, bro, you say something, you mean it. You know what I mean? You want to say something, say it to my face. And then after I started noticing all this like chatty patty shit, you know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, this ain't hip hop for me. And I don't like that, you know what I mean? And I can't fuck with it. I don't want to be fully invested that I got to make connections with people that at the end of the day, that connection's not a real connection.
I got you.
So that's what it was. And me, in life, things just come at me and I take them, you know what I mean? So during that time, I went to a restaurant with some friends. We ended up getting a couple of bottles of vodka. Got fucking wasted. I woke up the next morning, bro. I'm a restaurant owner. So that's the new phase in my life. I become a restaurant owner overnight because I decided to go out with some friends and get drunk. That took 2 years of my life. Hip hop, no more hip hop. You know what I mean, bro? I'm focused on being a restaurant. Yeah. After that, got into the video game. And things just like, I take them as they come.
You were shooting videos, like what was the name of the...
Well, back then it was Cold North Productions.
Okay.
We were doing Quite Club photos and stuff like that. Shooting music videos as well, but it was also part of the rap time, you know what I mean? Then when the restaurant came into the picture, everything went on the back burner. Took 2 years of my life. I fucking hated it. Great experience. You learn some shit, you know what I mean? You get to learn...
So you hated the whole restaurant thing?
You get to learn a lot of things about being a owner, a restaurateur. But at the end of the day, you lose your whole life. If you ask anybody in the restaurant business, you're there every single day, 24/7, and that shit, it consumes you. You have no life at the end. And
that sounds like a rapper that's in the booth 24/7.
So I'm like, yo, I can't do this anymore. I ended up like cashing out on my side of the restaurant about 2 years in. And then I just relaxed for a year. You know what I mean? I caught up on TV that I missed, this and that. I got to sleep in my own bed. I was sleeping at the restaurant at times. That's how fucking crazy it was getting. So after a year, I ended up buying a drone just to fly around. I saw the commercial for a drone. I'm like, yo, this shit looks badass. I need a drone. I get a drone, and that's how I got back in videos. Got clients for videos. And from then, it just started growing into everything video-wise. We got great clients, did some stuff for Fujifilm, did some stuff for Rudsack. Did a lot of video work for artists in the city. And then we got hit with the pandemic, right? So what happens during the pandemic? Rudsack's like, yo, we don't need your services at the moment.
Yeah.
There goes that contract.
That's
everybody that had needed some video work,
it's a wrap.
Yeah, we're good right now. So I took it upon myself. I'm like, bro, I'm getting tired at home. I'm getting lazy. I'm getting bored. I'm like, I got to do something. So I had this idea in my head. Let me go reach out to entrepreneurs or artists and shoot a 1-minute video and make a series called The Hustle. So we have like 20 episodes of that. 1-minute series. I'd pull up on you, catch you in your element. You're in the booth. You're fucking making a pizza, which no, there's no pizza maker on the show, but you're at the gym, you know what I mean? You're pumping that iron and stuff like that. You got a nice motivational voiceover the video and nice like emotional beat. It really captivates the moment. So we did 20 of those, and I'm like, yo, this is great. Like 1-minute video is great, but we need a podcast. We need to bring people on. Like, give them an hour. I want to hear their story. I like talking to people, you know what I mean? I like learning about their experience. Just like going on a journey with you, it sort of like brings me into your world, and at the same time we get to expose it to the rest of the world and the viewers, you know what I mean? And just like when you came on the show, bro, we dropped gems. You dropped serious gems.
Facts.
You saw those reels look beautiful, captivating.
Yes, indeed.
And that's what we're trying to do. There's a lot of platforms in the city. I hate to say it, but most of them are French. And shout out to all the French-speaking people out there, all the artists. But I always saw there was a lack of something for the English side.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. You've been doing it for a long time, and I always like commend that like your fees is there. Like you mentioned, you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got the French side, you got the English side. Always digging up the English side more because that's where you started. You know what I mean? And I felt like we needed to create another platform too, just to give something, another aspect, give it back to the people, and more avenues. That's what it was.
So, how did you choose to work with Talia and Tech? Yeah, Tech.
When I first came up into when I first was rapping, I remember searching on YouTube. I was trying to find who's in the city. Back then, it was hard to find out who's who or like how many people are rapping, where you're gonna find them at. Shout out to 514 Smoke, because that was my source back then.
Yeah.
Smoke was like, yo, you'd go on there, and I'm like, that's why I think the first time I heard Tech Luciano, I saw there was like a song posted by him, and I had a song that had an open verse, and I'm like, yo, he would sound perfect on it. So I sent it to Tech. He sent me back the verse. Next thing you know, like. I ended up getting an opportunity to do a show in New York. I asked Tech if he wants to come. And from there, we started building a little relationship. Life goes on. 10-year gap. I haven't seen the guy for like 10 plus years, maybe.
Oh, word.
So everybody moves on in life. And while I'm starting this podcast, I said to myself, because I had my friends too, they're like, yo, let me be a host. I could talk, bro. I know how to talk, bro. And I said to myself...
But hold on. Sorry to cut you. Just a quick thing. While you were doing all this, I mean, because I know Tech had a radio show at Makeway.
He was on Makeway and he was on K103.
So was during the same period of time or after?
After. He was off the radio show circuit.
Okay.
And so when it was time for the podcast, I had some people in my ear telling me, I'd be a great host. But me, I was thinking Breakfast Club style. The same way you said Breakfast Club, that's the same thing that I was thinking. I'm like, no, we have to have a dynamic that's different. You know what I mean? I can't have the same people that I shoot the shit with every day and they're going to yes me and stuff like that. I need people that are going to disagree with me. I'm going to need people that are completely different than me.
Most definitely.
Different age demographic. That's why Talia's in the mix too. And Tech, I reached out to Tech because he had the experience. I'm like, yo, he's been on the radio. He's got that voice, you know what I mean? He's engaging. He's not doing anything right now. Perfect to hit him up. He was down for it right away. And for the female aspect, I put out a post. anybody interested, hit me up. I think we had 4 or 5 people that hit up. Talia was one of them. Like I had somebody that hit me up. They were in their 40s. I'm like, yo, you're a great person, but,
but I ain't looking for that now.
like I think that our conversations would be completely out of sync. You know what I mean? So I ended up going with Talia because she was like the youngest, and I felt like we needed. Me and Tech, we're inching towards our 40s. You know what I mean? So I figured it would be best to get somebody in the younger demographic so we can tap into both the golden era and the new school. So that's what we've been doing, and people have been saying that it's a good chemistry. You know what I mean? You got Tech always bringing in that humor. Talia is always like bickering with him. I'm the more calm, collected guy that's bringing the facts. You know, I'm coming at you with, you know, we gotta ask some serious questions here besides shooting the shit. You know,
that's dope.
Yeah.
I like that, man. Shout out to you guys, by the way, for real, man.
Thank you.
I like the dynamic. I like the podcast, like I'm saying. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, you 3 of you guys is dope, man. That's a great team.
We're gonna keep going.
Hustle Podcast, man. Make sure you check them out, man. On all platforms, for sure. And make sure you check out the interview with that guy, Feezy from the Main Source.
Yes, sir.
That was a dope one. Now, my man, today you're coming with a brand new project, I should say, which is like the first time for you that you're starting to produce events under the Hustle Podcast banner, if I'm not mistaken. And for your first show, let us know who you got, because I know it's something big for a first show, man. Talk to me.
Well, April 15th.
Yes.
We got 3 heavy hitters from New York coming out. It's going to be a wild show, electrifying hip-hop. All 3 guys on the same stage one night.
Uh-oh.
You're getting almost 2 hours of raw hip-hop for the low price of $30.
Talk that.
Come on, bro. You know what I mean? You got Rusty Jukes, Duck Down Music, Sean Price protege. This man was discovered by Sean. He heard him spit, and he's like, yo, he brought him on the team, and the rest is history. You know what I mean? You got Illa G, renowned for that hit with The Alchemist, Prodigy, Hold You Down. I remember when I was growing up, bro, that shit was on repeat all the time. You know what I mean? Hold you down.
Yeah,
bro, that's classic.
Hey, man.
Also, if a lot of people don't know, he's on one of Mobb Deep's, actually I think it's a few Mobb Deep albums. Illa G's featured heavily on those. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks that he's featured on. Go check it out. He always kills it. Besides that, he's got sharp wordplay. He's been described as the next Biggie 2.0. He doesn't really think so, but if people are giving him the praise, bro, take it. You know what it is.
That's a huge praise, man.
Exactly. Check out his interviews. He's got some crazy interviews with Doggy Diamonds. He's been on Sway 4-5, Shade 4-5. You know what I mean? Sway in the morning. He drops gems. He gives good advice about how to stay out of sucker shit. You know what I mean? And we got the OG Royal Flush. Royal Flush first live appearance on Canadian soil, April 15th.
You heard?
Montreal, April 15th. We're kicking off the Canadian tour here, borough to borough, block to block.
Yes.
It's the Hustle Podcast presents in association with Hella Trees and Real Wolf. And Royal Flush, man, first album, his album Ghetto Millionaire came out 1997, golden era. Came out with, that was one of the first albums I ever listened to hip hop wise.
Oh, word?
I was, I think I was 13 years old.
Before Tupac and Biggie and all
Listen
that?
to the story. So I was 12, 13. It was part of the list.
Okay.
So I was 12, 13 years old. It was me and my boy Terry. We used to skip school. First year of high school. We skipped school and we'd sneak into his brother's room. His brother like 5 years older. Him, he'd be out doing whatever. We used to sneak into his room and he knew where the stash of weed was. So we'd go in there like steal 0.5, you know what I mean? Enough that he wouldn't notice. And he had a stack of CDs right next to the bed. Old school CDs. He had The Chronic, Dr. Dre, The Chronic. He had Nas, Illmatic. He had Royal Flush, Ghetto Millionaire. So the fact that I was listening to this guy with one of my first joints that I ever smoked, and now we get the honor of booking him and bringing him here to Montreal, it's a full circle moment. You know what I mean?
I hope you're gonna tell him the story.
I'm gonna tell him the story. And to be honest, I think that's like one of the main motivators of I'm like, yeah, I gotta book the show. I don't care what happens. I gotta bring it. It's the first time in Canada. Definitely gotta do it. So people do not miss out. Royal Flush's first Canadian appearance. This guy, that wordplay. A lot of these songs that you've heard, you don't know the title to, you don't know who the artist is. It's Royal Flush. It's Royal Flush, man.
And where is it going down, man? Because people trying to know where can they.
It's going down at Osgang Plaza, right next to Beaubien Metro. 2-minute walk. Great venue, spacious, got a fully stocked bar, and the sound system is impeccable.
Shout out to Osgang Plaza. I like that venue. That's where I did two verses there. Rain Man versus Sans Pression, and Tizo versus Shreeze. Really, really nice venue for sure.
No, definitely is.
And I know you got some opening acts in this building, man. I know you got some of the top Montreal talent that are coming up right now on the card too, right?
I think when it comes to the opening acts, we got the hottest in the city.
It's solid.
We got the hottest in the city. These guys are making noise. I feel like the when I put on an opening act, I put them on for a reason. It's not just I put it on for merit, you know what I mean? You got the skills to pay the bills. I like your music. I like the performance that you put on. I want you to come do this show. And some of that praise has to go to the fact that I saw Loogie Badness 68 KP at the DMS show. Hey. These guys tore down that fucking show. We back outside.
They killed it.
They killed it. And I'm like, yo, these guys, they got to perform at the show.
That's what's
so
up.
Thank you to Loogie. Thank you to 68
Shout out Loogie.
KP.
Shout out 68.
It's going to be a crazy show. We got my man, King K LVG. Yeah. When I heard right now, the first time I heard that track right now, dude,
buy a brick now.
Exactly. I wanted to go buy a brick right after I heard that. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. That energy that King K brings to the verse, to the microphone, it's uncomparable. And I feel like he's Montreal's Dave East right now. You know what I mean? He has I don't even want to compare him to Dave. He's his own. He's doing his own thing, and he's got the word.
But I like that. That's an interesting comparison. I like that.
It's it is. It's there. It's in that comparison. But at the end of the day, King K is King K. So, but yeah, he's got that comparison over there.
Now that you're saying that, I kind of see what you mean.
Yeah, you got my man Jay Noir. You got my man Chris Creed. Jay Creed in the building.
Yes, sir.
These guys just put out.
Shout out Jay Noir.
These guys,
artist formerly known as True.
That's right.
That's it.
Right.
That's my man.
Formerly known.
Yeah.
He's back on the scene. This guy is I'm telling you, he's taking the shit serious. I heard his album. His album is almost complete. Actually,
but True always been an artist since even during the DMS days, exactly. The Battle Ring thing. Music has always been his first priority. You feel me? And I even met him through music. He had this group. Roddy Squad. That was
one of the first shows he ever did. I put him on the bill.
Okay.
When we were doing what we were doing back then, it was from the bottom to the top showcases.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're just finding anybody in the city that was hungry and they wanted to do a show. We'd put them on, and we started a nice little run. I think we did four or five of them. And then that's when they started cracking down on shows in the city, and we couldn't find a venue for the life of us, bro.
Yeah,
so I just eased up on the shows for a bit.
I was doing my events.
Exactly. So you figured
secret
out.
Locations.
You figured out.
Say like that.
So yeah, shout out to Jay. Shout out to Chris.
Yes.
They just put out a phenomenal project. One of my favorite songs on that project, The Link. Guys, go check it out on YouTube. The Link. Chris Creed, Jay Noir. You listen to that track, it's punchline after punchline after punchline. So many references to old school 90s tracks. It's it just gets me in the feels. You know what I mean? It brings it back. It makes me walk down memory lane. We got Southwest Music Group in the building. We got my man CY. We got Dav. We got Nova Loke. These guys, they're putting on for their side of the town. And whenever they hit the stage, they fucking make some noise. They know how to put on a show. They know how to work the crowd. CY's a veteran in the game too. You know what I mean? I don't know how many shows he's done. We had the pleasure of having him on the podcast as well, and it was a great conversation. Funny guy. Some of the first things that I actually saw about CY was him like smoking blunts in public places, just going around doing some shit like that. So yeah, shout out to CY. Shout out to CY.
Okay, so that was okay. I see, man. So you didn't know CY before that? So during the DMS battle days, you didn't know CY?
I think it was like it was those moments that I started like getting to know
like CY versus Machete Trevi, let's say. You know?
Yeah, but it's not like I spoke with CY.
Okay, okay, I see what you mean.
I see him in the crowd or something. You say what's up to the guy, and that's what it was. Who else? We got Basics. My man Basics.
Hey, shout out Basics.
Shout out to Basics.
Basics is hungry right now, man.
Basics
just hungry. He's mad and hungry, man.
Mad, you know, I was there. I had the pleasure of being in the building at the DMS anniversary show.
Yes, sir.
It was a shame what happened. I'm sorry they did you dirty like that.
Believe that, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta deal with this type of shit, man. Can you believe that?
So the day of the event, Spook One cancels.
Oh man.
He was sick. He had a sore throat, apparently, something like that. I don't know what it was.
8th anniversary, man. Can you believe that?
Bro, it's like when your girl it's like your girl just fucking broke up with you on your anniversary or something.
Like, what?
Come on, what are you doing, bro? You're ruining the whole event right now. So shout out to Basics for being professional.
Yep.
Coming in with those rounds written, ready to go, locked in his brain, you know what I mean?
Still performing even though
I think what it was, man, the promo spooked Spook One. The promo
was going hard,
the promo was hard, and the fact that he went in. He was like a detective with the promo. If you saw Basics, he's going through past battles, he's finding the same you spit this bar at this battle. At that point, I bet you anything.
Spook studied him too much.
Spook One probably had his stuff already to go, and he's like, "Oh shit, half of this stuff is from other battles," and he's gonna point it out live on stage.
But to be real, bro, I still think that it would have been a crazy battle.
Definitely,
Spook is still the OG when it comes to this battle shit. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. I know Basics is hungry too.
Yeah.
And the way, like you're saying, the promo and all that, and I don't know, man. I just feel like it would have been a crazy battle. Maybe a 3-0 body bag for Basics, maybe 2-1. But I don't think necessarily, like, I don't know. I still think like Spook One would have came solid, man. You know what I mean? Even though Basics went that hard, because the promo is one thing, but when you're on stage and you're actually battling the day of, that's a whole other thing, bro. Definitely. Like, believe me, you know what I mean? But yeah, big shout out to Basics for sure, man.
I think that it definitely would have been an epic battle.
Most def.
I think we gotta always show respect to the battlers. Like, it takes a lot of courage to go in front of a packed house, spit these rounds.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You gotta stay focused. Spook One is a veteran in the game. He has done it for many, many years. But I think it was in that interview you had with the face-off that we had. Basic said, just because you've been doing it for X amount of years doesn't make you a veteran in battle rap. It just makes you the guy that's been doing it for X amount of years. The fact that he didn't take the night professional and show up and do this battle.
Basic said something like, you're a vet, congratulations. You've been rapping since my high school graduation.
That was that one bar. But still, shout out to Spook One. You know what I mean? He has put on some sick battles. Spook One, Stephen Malhotra, was one of the first people that I saw rapping in high school. Lauryn Hill days.
Oh, word.
I was friends with his brother Mike. Mike. So,
when you say Lauryn Hill, you mean in Ville Saint Laurent?
Yeah, Ville Saint Laurent.
Oh, you used to go. That's my hood, man. I didn't know that.
That's right. I used to go to Lauryn Hill until I got kicked out. So I was friends with Steve's brother. I was friend with Spook's brother, and his brother was just started rapping, and he was coming to do shows at our auditorium. And bro, that inspired me. I saw this guy like dropping bars. He was commanding the attention of the whole school. And I'm like, yo, I want to rap one day. And I think that was one of my inspirations. Had to be Spook One.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy, right? So yeah, shout out to Spook One.
So what are your influences, Lil One, basically? Spook One, Tupac, and Biggie.
So that actually shaped my my thought process of what I wanted to do moving forward.
No, I got you.
Besides that, who else we got on the show? Did I mention everybody? We got my Colombian homie. El Ro.
Okay.
This guy straight from Bogota. He's got that gritty 90s boom bap sound. He's coming with that Spanish flow. He just got off a mini tour in the States with Sick Jackin'. So he did a show in New York, show in Chicago. I'm not sure where else, but just the fact that he's able to get on these shows and connect with these artists, it just shows a lot. It says a lot about the artist, and you got to see him live in person. The guy, he's doing it, you know what I mean? Maybe you won't understand everything that he says, but you know what they say, music is energy and it's vibration. You're going to feel the vibe,
and
you're going to feel
all that reggaeton music. Trust me, people don't understand what they're saying necessarily, and they love it. You feel me? Like, trust me.
Exactly. He's going to put on for the city, though. He's going to put on for Colombia, and trust me, bro, yeah, you're going to love what he's doing.
So one more time, man, let him know borough to borough, block to block, Canadian tour, where it's going down, when, where can people get tickets? Give him all that good info, my man.
I brought the poster just so we could see it on camera, you know what I mean?
Got you. Well, I was going to actually put it.
Well, we're going to put it twice, bro. We're going to put it twice. So we got the borough to borough.
Flip it.
We got the borough to borough, block to block Canadian tour.
That's it.
The Hustle Podcast presents in association with Hella Trees and Real Wolf.
Bow.
April 15th, Ozgang Plaza. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show kicks off at 8:30. And we got 2.5 hours of hard-hitting hip-hop. We got local acts. We got 3 heavy hitters from New York. We got tour support. We got merch in the building. We got food in the building. We got alcohol in the building. We got fine ladies in the building. Okay, I don't know about the fine ladies in the building, but they might be in the building. Usually, you know how it goes at these hip-hop shows.
Manifest it.
They're going to be there, I'm telling you. My Colombian homie's going to bring them through. You know how these Colombians
Hey.
So we got that, man. You got to come out to the show. Tickets, $30 physical tickets, $35 online. The reason being we have online fees that are exorbitant. So we got to make up the difference. As of April 1st, no more early bird tickets. We are almost sold out of early bird tickets.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets now. April 1st, there will only be one general price moving forward. And you will probably be only able to get your tickets online. So get them now while you still can. If you can't get them online, you get them the day of at the door.
Got you, my man. And where can they follow you?
Follow us on Instagram at The Hustle Podcast. We got TikTok at The Hustle Podcast. YouTube at The Hustle Podcast. We got Facebook at The Hustle Podcast.
Yes.
And OnlyFans at The Hustle Podcast. Okay, we don't got OnlyFans, but...
Hey, man, big shout out to The Hustle Podcast, by the way. I want to give another big shout out to you guys. You feel me? You guys is supporting the DMS event, sponsoring the events, and I appreciate the love and support, and it's mutual, my man. So anytime y'all got something to promote, holla at your boy, Playboy.
We got some gear. I brought some gear for you, Feezy. What size are you?
Hang like that?
Medium, large.
Oh, give me large.
Large. So we got some gear for Feezy. We're gonna give him some large shirts.
That's what's up. You're gonna see me rocking these at the next interviews. DMS radio show. You know what it is, Montreal. What you got for me?
We got.
That's it, man. Official, man. The Hustle. That's for hustlers.
The Hustle Podcast. We got the crest on the heart.
That's for hustlers, man. Nice.
It's a large.
I got you, brother. Respect, fam.
What else we got? We got one more that's a large because I know I brought 2 large. I wasn't sure who was going to be in the building, so I brought 10 t-shirts.
I'll take that.
I brought 10 t-shirts. I brought 2 of every size just in case, we don't want to discriminate.
Hey.
And we got another large over here from
you got
man.
Some for women?
Women, I had somebody tell me something today. A biddy hit me up. She's like, yo, you don't got anything for women? The shirt that I bought off you, I ended up cutting it to make it look more feminine. So I'm like, yo, we got to get some shirts ready for you ladies. We're going to get another shirt ready for you ladies. Don't worry.
That's it. Oh, that one's nice.
There you go, Feezy.
Respect you, my brother. Appreciate that.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yes. DMS radio show. We'll be right back after that. Montreal. Hey. Let's get it.